Hello! Oh my goodness me, it has been so long since I filmed a video. So Fraser has just taken Phoebe out for a walk. It's Saturday morning, so I thought that I would take the opportunity to do a little update video. I've definitely got some more coming, I promise this time. I've got two more that I'm going to film. I'm on half term now, I'm a teacher, if you didn't know. I'm on half term now, so I've got a couple of videos going on my hair that I'm going to film this half term while I'm off, and yeah, so I suppose let's just get straight into it. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, which you definitely should, because even though I haven't been active on here, I'm always active on Instagram, but you might know that we are pregnant again with baby number 2. I'm actually, let me check, so I'm just checking on my app because I always find it really difficult to remember how many weeks and stuff I am. I know my day is a Friday. Oh yeah, so I'm 23 weeks and 1 day. 23 weeks and 1 day. So yeah, this is my little app. Due on the 10th of June. So yeah, very exciting. Due baby number 2. I'll give you a little bump shot at some point. And I just thought I'd do a quick like pregnancy, kind of like what's happened so far, because 23 weeks, but there's been a lot that's gone on, and yeah, I've got a whole bunch of notes, a whole bunch of scan pictures, to share and stuff. So yeah, so I found out I was pregnant just before Phoebe's first birthday. I think it was the 1st of October. I remember the date sticks in my head. It was the 1st of October. That's when I took a positive test, and me being me, I took like one of the like strip ones, and then I was like, oh. And then I took like a slightly fancier one, and then I took one of those ones that says in words pregnant, and then that afternoon I went out and got one of the clear blue how many weeks ones. I never did one of those with Phoebe, but I did one of those as well, so I got like a rough idea kind of thing, and that was, I think that was 2 to 3 weeks, but it kind of confused me because 2 to 3 weeks doesn't actually mean 2 to 3 weeks in a clear blue pregnancy test. It means like 4 to 5 weeks or something. It's like, anyway, so yeah, I did one of those as well. So yeah, that was on the 1st of October, told Fraser, a week later told my parents. Yeah, very exciting. So that was just before Phoebe's first birthday. So we knew that obviously we were going to have 2 under 2, very, very exciting. Can't wait for Phoebe to be a big sister. And yeah, baby 2 is due in June, so we're going to have a summer baby this time, which is nice because Phoebe was obviously an October baby. So yeah, we're kind of in the summer baby. So it took them absolutely ages to book me, but eventually I got around to being booked, and I can't remember if I had it before or not. I can't remember quite like the dates and stuff, but at some point as well I also did have an early scan at Window to the Womb in Eastbourne, just because I felt like we were so busy. So obviously I was busy with Phoebe, a 1-year-old, busy at work. We'd just had October half term when we were busy travelling and stuff to see family, and there was just so much going on, and I just felt really disconnected from the pregnancy. Like I felt like I'd just seen loads of family, and obviously at that point no one really knows, and it just felt like completely disconnected. So I chatted with Fraser and we decided to go for an early scan, and I don't know if I've got the photo. Oh yeah, this must be it. So this was the photo from the early scan. So this was, I think I was, oh god, I don't remember, like 6 weeks-ish pregnant. So they showed the heartbeat and obviously baby and stuff. So that was really lovely, just to have that like reassurance, because I'm pretty sure I still hadn't been booked at that point. So it just felt completely like not real at all, just because like I said, I was so busy day to day with everything else. Whereas obviously when I was pregnant with Phoebe, from 10 weeks I was off work, so I was literally just all about my pregnancy. Whereas this time it's been a bit more like got a toddler and I'm at work kind of thing. So yeah, so then I was booked, and that was fine. Obviously they asked me, oh, it's a bit light, isn't it? They asked me about birth. Obviously I don't have to make any decisions, I still don't have to make any decisions for a while, but they asked me about birth, like what are my first thoughts, and I said VBAC, I want to give it a go. So obviously, if you don't know my best story from last time, I had a failed induction at 41 plus 6. I went well overdue, was induced, didn't work, and had an emergency C-section with Phoebe. So my first thought was VBAC. I want to have a VBAC. Then I had my 12-week scan, and honestly I don't remember which of these photos is which. No, not that one. Must have been this one, November. So this was my 12-week scan. I mean, you probably not fussed because it's just a blurry picture of a baby, but at my 12-week scan they said I was not as far as they thought I was based on my... So even though I'd had my window to the womb scan and I kind of knew the dates, I couldn't go off that scan because that's not like a medical scan. I still had to go off my last menstrual... What is it? Last period? Whatever it is. Last period date. So I knew going into the 12-week scan that I wasn't going to be far along enough for them to do all they wanted to do. So they told me to get out and come back again next week. So I did, or however many weeks they told me to wait. So then I went back, and I have a feeling that this is the scan. I don't have one set of pictures in this box. I think that's the scan that I don't have. I'll put a picture up from my Instagram because I did put a picture of it on Instagram. But then they missed a measurement. They couldn't get one of the measurements. I think it was the neck measurement that they couldn't get, you know, the one for Downs and Patos and the trisomy screenings. So they couldn't get that measurement. So then they asked me to come back again. So then at this point this was going to be my 4th scan. So then I went back again in mid-December. There you go, another picture of a blurry baby. So yeah, I went back for that scan and they managed to get all the measurements they needed and stuff, and I had my bloods done and things like that. Now at that point I didn't realise, but they also tested for PAP-A, which is a protein which basically tells them whether the placenta is healthy or not, and unfortunately I have low PAP-A this time, so my placenta is slightly weaker, also so it suggests. So that basically means that baby might not grow as well. So far everything's absolutely fine, but they're just going to keep an eye on it basically. So then I went back for my 20-week scan. No, I didn't. I had a 16-week scan because we wanted a gender scan and I couldn't wait to 20 weeks. So just after Christmas, I think it was the 27th of December, we went back to window to the womb for our gender scan. They didn't tell us there and then. We closed our eyes and stuff, and the sonographer wrote it all down for us, and then they gave us like a little package, and we bought 2 of the cannons. And we popped the cannons, and we're having another little girl, which is very exciting. So we're going to be sisters. And so, yeah, so that was at 16 weeks, found out we're having a little girl. Then I went for my scan at 20 weeks. It's all just scans, honestly. My pregnancy is just all scans. Went for a scan at 20 weeks. They got everything they needed, except they couldn't get a measurement of the heart. So I then had to go back again. They did also do, for the low PAP-A, they did some Doppler screenings, which is basically what we could gather was just measured the blood flow in and out of the placenta, I think, and it was fine. Like it was, you know, it wasn't any concern at all. So, yeah. So then I went back finally, and I got the images of the heart that they needed. So everything's healthy. Baby's completely healthy. Finally got all the measurements they needed, and I have had 7 scans. So I've had 5 NHS scans, and then I've had the early scan, and then had the gender scan at window to the womb. So 7 scans. And then I had a lovely call with my consultant, because I've got consultant-led care because I had a C-section last time. I got consultant-led care, so they called me and said that they want me to go to a growth scans. Now, if you remember, if you follow me or, you know, look back at my Instagram and stuff, Phoebe was big. She was £9.1, and now obviously it's the other way around. They're concerned that baby's going to be too small because of the low PAP-A, so they're actually sending me for growth scans because they think it's going to be too small. So I've got a growth scan at 30 and at 34 and at 38 all booked in, so I'm going to have a total of 10 scans this pregnancy. With Phoebe I had 4 and I thought that was a lot, but this time I'm going to have 10. I'm going to have 8 NHS scans and I'm going to have had 2 window to the womb scans. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. We'll see you again soon, baby. And then, so yeah, so that's how it's going so far. Obviously I'm only 23 weeks. I also had a call with my consultant midwife, who is the one who kind of speaks to me about VBAC or elective. And since, like, at the beginning I was like, VBAC, I want to give it a go. But since then I've kind of thought about it a little bit more, and I've asked some people on Instagram and stuff and seen what other people recommend, and everyone says that an elective is really peaceful, you feel so in control, and just a really nice experience. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to opt for an elective. When I spoke to the midwife, I kind of went in like, oh, I haven't made up my mind, so that she gave me kind of both sides. But yeah, I think I'm going to go for an elective. I think it'll just be easier on my mental health, like I'll be less stressed. We'll know a date going in, which will be really nice. And easier for childcare with Phoebe. She can just go to my parents for a couple of nights, and like it just is a little bit more planned, a little bit more in control kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards at the moment. If you have any elective section stories, then please let me know. Like I would love to hear some really positive ones. And so that's going to be scheduled, if I continue with that, which I probably will, that's going to be scheduled between 39 and 40 weeks. So that is my pregnancy journey so far. Like I said, I have got all of these, like, these are from the gender scan. I've got all of these scan pictures, and like I said, there's one set that I don't even have with me here. I managed to wangle some photos every time and I don't even pay for them, so that's great. These are the ones that I got from the gender scan. So this is just the heartbeat at the bottom. This is just a little bit more of like baby, a bit clearer. And then one where it says, it's a girl. And they did check as well, at my 20-week scan, they checked, and they confirmed it's definitely a girl. Still a girl. So that's nice. So yeah, I feel like I spoke really quickly. I think I did, didn't I? Sorry about that. I was just trying to get all this information out. And my battery's flashing at me, and I swear I charged it for ages. So yeah. Pregnant with number 2, very excited, another little girl, due in June, and so far completely healthy, growing fine, but they are going to keep an eye on it, so I will kind of update you, hopefully. I always update my Instagram all the time, so like I said, if you want to follow, then follow over there. Shall I just show you a quick bump? Okay, my camera literally ran out of battery as soon as I said I'm going to finish the video and do a bump, show you my bump. I also forgot to say actually that I have an anterior placenta, which I didn't have last time, but it just basically means the placenta's at the front. So even though I can still feel like movement and stuff, I don't remember when I started feeling movement with Phoebe, but it's just slightly more muffled, and I think I felt it quite late for a second pregnancy. I didn't feel proper movement until like 20 weeks, so I think some people can feel it from like 16. But yeah, so let me show you. Okay, so yeah, I'm wearing like kind of pink joggers, but yeah, so this is bump, 23 weeks and 1 day. It's super round. I think that's supposed to be because of the placenta as well. Sometimes it can just be a little bit like, kind of like, whoop. But yeah, so that's my bump at the moment. I do often wear big jumpers, so especially at school I had to kind of keep it covered. I did tell the staff just before Christmas, but the kids that I teach have only just found out in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, I was having to hide for quite a little while. But yeah, I'm going to film. I've got a video I'm going to film hopefully when I've got a little bit more charge, either later today or tomorrow. I've got a drawer full of stuff for baby, and some clothes as well up on the rack. So I'm going to do like a what we've got for baby number 2 so far video, because obviously there's loads of stuff that we don't need to buy, we already have. And then I'm also going to do a video about sleep training, because we sleep trained Phoebe at Christmas and it was amazing. Best decision we've ever made. She sleeps amazingly now. I mean, she always was a good sleeper, but now it's just like tick done. So I was going to make a video on that because a lot of people asked me questions on Instagram, so I was just going to like just kind of go through what we did. But yes, I'm definitely going to film these 2 videos this week, and just generally I'm hoping to get more back into this. I definitely will. Obviously when new baby arrives and I'm off work again, I'll have so much more time to sit down and you know, kind of go over stuff with you. But yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me, and like I said, make sure you follow me on Instagram because I do update there all the time. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!